we're looking at Mr. Blue leaving session. We're dropping a little bit. We'll have to fill that back up, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Luke Bennett P1, then the console P2. See what he can do off the start. These we're going board that way. Andy P3, good lap in the end. Uniclark P4, Ubar P5, Tro P6, Kent doing a good job there, P7, Fury P8, Ghost P9, Bud Racer P10, Tuggy Bear P11, and Cleek rounding off the back of the grid. Of course, we lost a few people there. We will get them back for the future. Prediction for this one, we'll have to see how it goes. Look at the actual grip there. You've pretty much P1 and P2 are side by side, and it looks like the console's actually going to have the inside line for turn 1. If we just go on board there, you can see just about in the distance there, that right-hander. So if the console gets a decent start, he could very well have the inside line for the first corner, but Luke, no slouch at all when it comes to this sort of thing, so we'll have to wait and see. All the while, Andy and Uniclark will be there to pounce if there's anything to pounce on between the two front runners. We're hoping that we get a clean getaway here. Uber, fan favourite there, sitting there in the beautiful coloured Williams livery. We'll go back up with our boys here. So yeah, 20-minute sprint race. We'll see how many laps we get underway. These will now have full fuel loads on board. I doubt many of the drivers have done much practice with full tanks, but we're about to get underway of this Road America, 6.5 kilometres long, located near the town of Plymouth. Maximum capacity crowd tonight. Here we go. The console and Luke on the start in front of the grid. We're about to go lights out here at Rubbins Racing for the sprint race. Looks like Luke may have jumped the start. We are live. We are go, go, go. And it looks like Luke did get a good start. We'll have a quick look behind though and see what the other lads are doing on board of these. It looks like Alex has tried to get into the draft a bit of Luke. Luke's going to hold the inside line. Did all the lads manage to keep it clean? There's some contact between them there, and I'm not sure if that is Tro. Definitely coming off worse for it. Go trackside. Hopefully Tro can get it going again. Further look back at Tuggy Bear. He looks like he's having a look at Ghost there. I think Ghost did see him delay the steering, and I think Tuggy Bear bullied him a little bit there. So I think Ghost is definitely want to try and get that one back. Where is Ubar on track? Ubar through. Right, here we go. Back up with Andy. What's going on? Has the console managed to keep with Luke? Luke pulling a little bit of a gap so far, but that's not too bad over the first lap. Check out the camera angles here, they're not actually great. Back with our boys, what's Ken up to? Ken holding the inside line there. Good racing, really close behind him. Looks like Ghost got very sideways through that section of track. Ken just about missing him in the background there. Onto the curbs, living dangerously. What's Andy up to now? On the back of Uniclark, our man from Swindon. And he does like this class of cars. Default setups into the carousel. We will go aboard of Andy as he comes around here. Slight loss of downforce in front. Nearly on the grass there. He doesn't want to be there. No grip. Just about holds on. Losing a lot of downforce for the car in front. What's Bud Racer up to now? He's got Ken, Ghost in front of him. Good start by all the boys back here, but we will go back with Andy who's chasing down Uniclark through the kettle bottoms into Canada corner. Hard on the brakes. Hard on the brakes. Oh, and he's very sideways, just about managed to save it. It looks like Ken's real on the back of Ghost now. So Ghost, I think, making up some positions. He's just lost one. Back though, with Ken all over the arse end of him now. Our man from Pennsylvania really hassling Ghost doing a good job at the minute. Looks like Bud Racer's ready on the back end of these. If anything goes wrong, we'll go on board again. It looks like he's going to be really in the draft here. Great shot of him coming up the start finish. Looks like Ghost is going to hold the inside line. We'll go trackside. Great shot of them both. Straight drag down the start finish. It looks like Bud's gone behind him. Back up with what's happening with Uniclark. Looks like he got very close under the brakes there with the console. Back with Bud Racer, Ghost and Ken though. Separated by 1 second, these boys. Coming up the Marine Suite now. Looks like Ghost is really trying to get in the draft there. Ken Bowles on board with him. Cars reach an incredible 170 miles per hour before they come into turn 3 and they're hard on the brakes. Thank you for joining us on the YouTube channel. Yeah, please leave your comment. Fantastic racing so far. Did they all get it stopped? Looks like they do, but Bud Racing really on the back end of these guys now. Looks like Andy's catching up with Uniclark there in the background too, but we'll stick with Ghost, Bud and Ken. Ken leading the pack. Very sideways there by Ghost. Quick look at what Andy's up to. He's definitely caught up onto the back of Uniclark there. Back with Tro though. Coming up on him, he is, so Ken leading this little pack away. It's allowed Tro to come into play here. Our Welshman from Swansea will be licking his lips at the chance of this. We'll looks like Andy, yeah, through the kink there. We just got a little bit of delay, concertina effect if you will. We'll go trackside. With Ghost coming through the kink. Slight lift there as he comes off the throttle, tries to settle the car a little bit into the kettle bottoms. It's like Uniclart's got a second there on Andy. It gets a little tap from the back. Ghost gets hit by Bud, but it's Ghost. Ghost is going to lose a whole bunch of positions there. He's going to have to come out. It looks like Bud Race is waiting for him. Thank you very much. That's the way it's done. It's not going to help him none, but thank you for waiting for him, buddy. Back with Andy at the start finish. Obviously, best lap delta at the minute. He's on his way into turn 1 then. Can Andy get himself on a podium? He's had a horrid bunch of results so far, and it's got nothing to do with his driving. Although he did come across to the puddles in Laguna Seca, but his team have been putting the wrong tyres consistently on his car when it comes to wet conditions. And a bit of a heads up for our drivers, we are going to have some rain in the feature race tonight. Beautiful shot of them coming through the marine sweep. Looks like Andy really in the draft now. Fleet into the pit. Not sure what's going on there, we'll have to get a word. Of course, try and get a few words with our drivers after the sprint race is collected, see what they think, see if there's anything different they could do in the feature. Back with our race leader at the minute, Luke Bennett, who's pulled out a very healthy 4.5 second gap over the console behind. Back to the console as Luke comes up on the carousel. Fantastic shot of him. Where is the console? Also coming upon the carousel now. He's got 4 seconds to Uniclart. So the top 3 spread out by quite a bit, but all the while Andy's managed to cut right up on the back of Uniclart. We'll go in the cockpit view as we come round the carousel. Andy not struggling for downforce as much that time round. Thank you, Tuggy Bear and Radio Silent for your comments. Oh, Andy got very, very wide through the king. Is it going to cost him? Well, on board with Ubar, he's going to start catching Andy at a good rate of knots. Go trackside. Is Ubar going to have a go into the brakes? It looks like Andy just about maintained, so Andy keeping his position but has lost sight of Ubar a little bit. Just looking down at some notes now and looked up and Andy was into the wall. So, Ubar is going to have to chase down our man from Watford there. Let's have a look what Tro's up to. Tro can just about make out Kemba in front. Will get the draft of him, of course, as they exit turn 11. All the while, Tuggy Bear's pulled out a bit of a gap to these boys, so it's good driving to him. Hopefully, Bud and Ghost are both alright. They are indeed coming on the way. Tro now in the draft of Kemba. Can Kemba do anything about it into turn 1? Looks like there just wasn't enough racetrack there in the end. Ubar now. See what he can do with through the marine sweep. Looks like Andy doing a good enough job getting out the way of the draft. So Ubar not really benefiting from it there. We're going board with Tro's really, really on the back end of Ken. Ken may be struggling a little bit at the minute with the tyres. Not sure what's going on with our man from Pennsylvania. But Ken can just about make out Tuggy Bear. So we've got some fantastic racing going on. This is a testament to the Rubbers Racing League. It doesn't matter where you are, and it looks like he's had a go into turn 3, and he has. Does he manage to get it stopped? Tro does manage to get it shot. Hell of a move into turn 3. Well done. Now turn 4 and 5 into the hurry downs. We'll go on board with Ken. See what he's seen, and we've got a car very wide. I think that may be Tro. So who was that? No, it was Tuggy. So Tuggy doing a marvellous job there, sitting in P6, and what could only be described as an accident there, and he's managed to lose a couple of places, but will end up on the back of these now. Go on board with Ken as they come through the carousel. Looks like he's understeering right the way out there, and he doesn't want to hit the grass, but he's got a fantastic run. He's going to have to be brave going into the kink now, side by side. Neither one of them wanted to give an inch. Kemba with a lot better exit there, but Tro's going to have it on the back end of him. We'll go on board with Tro. Ken looks fast on the straight line bits. He does look quick. So onto the brakes. Does he manage to do it? For a second there, I thought he was going to use Ken as a brake stop, and Tro is on the back of him. Sorry, Tuggy is on the back end of these. So fantastic. Coming through turn 10 now into turn 11. Taking a few cones with him there. So be careful of the track limits. The race director, renowned for being a bit of an arsehole, and it looks like Bud has caught up to Ghost. Of course, these two, a little bit of a tangle up in the corner. Shame to see, because they really were within close proximity of each other, but we'll keep an eye on that race as it unfolds. On board with Tuggy. Into turn 1. See what his line's like through here. Misses the apex, but makes the corner, so I'm done. Tro now. Looks like Ken's managed to pull a little bit of a gap, over a second, I reckon. So Concertina effects out, but of course up the marine sweep, and it's all about that draft now. Trackside with Tro. Welshman from Swansea must be driving with a hell of a smile on his face tonight. He's got two fantastic drivers sandwiched between him though, so we'll see what he can do. What's Luke up to? He's pulled 7.5 tenths. Well, 7 seconds, 7.5 seconds, that's it, on the console. This is of course default setup, so doing a hell of a job. Can he keep it pointing in the right direction? Can he not make any mistakes? Looks like he's 1/10 down on his best, so it looks like he's just managing the race from here to Cananda Corner, so that gap's gone a little bit further. Did I say that? So maybe a mistake. Nope, the Concertina effect. Where's Tuggy? Tuggy's still very close to them, and Bud Racer even closer to Ghost now, so this should start to heat up towards the end here, guys. It's good to see our new guys going at it. Of course, we have the feature race here to come, so please stick with us on the YouTube channel while we get that sorted out. This, of course, just a sprint race, first race of the night. Get a good feel to where the car's at. Of course, we've got weather coming. We've got a bit of rain thrown up on the Road America circuit in our feature. Should be some fun. So, Luke P1, 8, nearly 9 seconds to Alex, the console, in P2. Then we have Uni Clark, a man from Swindon, doing a fine job as he comes across the start-finish to start lap 6 into turn 1. So he has... Well, it's not too far. It looks like Andy's managing to pull it back a little bit. So there's 3 seconds in it between them two. We'll see if Andy, our man from Watford, can start bringing them times down. Bit of a gap back to Ubab there, but Ubab still sitting in a real good position, P5. Back to Ken. Gap seems to have spread out a little bit, not coming up as much. Again, thank you Tucky Bear, Radio Scene on the YouTube channel, and Fury for the comments. Really appreciate it. Fantastic. On board Petro now as he comes through turn 3, nope, turn 2, up the marine sweep. And he just about made Kemba out in front. On board with our race leader now. It's got a cockpit view coming around the carousel into the kink. Looks pretty flat through there. Using every bit of available track through the kettle bottoms. It's currently on a good lap at the minute. Very fast lap into Canada Corner. Yeah, I think at this point it's going to take a mistake from Luke for the console or Uniclark to really get on the arse end of him. Back with Ghost now. Just exited the marine sweep, the long straight into heavy braking zone. Turn 4. Into turn 5. Looks like Fury's real hard on the accelerator coming out the corners, spinning them back tyres up. Will them tyres last in the feature though? The sprint doesn't matter too much really. Eat them tyres away and take a little bit this with them, but the feature will be a longer race and tyre deck may be an issue. Through the carousel now with Ghost. Checking out Fury in front. Fury, our British driver from Bavenston, doing a good job tonight. P9 at the minute. Tro came up on the timing boards for a second. Still with Ken on in his sights. Does look like Tro has a lot of speed tonight, and then all the while Tuggy Bear is only a second behind them, so racing throughout the field. Looks like Ghost got a little closer there, but got on the grass as it were, coming through Canadian Corner, so that momentum lost a little bit. Obviously wants to be as close as he possibly can be to the car in front. Oh, and is that saying that Fury's made a mistake? Will he lose momentum? It certainly does look like he's lost some. Fury trying to break the draft. Go trackside now. Lap 7. What's Tro up to? Looks like he's even closer. Bit of a concertina effect. Ken trying to break the draft a little bit. Of course, these cars hitting 170 mph by the time they come into turn 3, which is a heavy braking zone, and even say that, Troy's doing nearly 180 I saw there, so very fast in a straight line. Ken with a slight lock up. Looks like Ghost now is in the draft of Fury. Fury trying to break that draft, needs to be careful not to weave too much. You can make the one move to defend, or you can make the one move to draft. Looks like Ghost is so much quicker through that section of the track, catches him up through the heavy braking zone, but again, slightly wide on the exit. It's going to compromise him. Looks like Tuggy's closing up on him a little bit. Ken, Tro and Tuggy all together with close proximity. Back with Andy, who's 2 seconds behind Uniclark. These podium positions are really what our drivers are aiming for tonight, so Andy with his work cut out. Of course, last time out Laguna Seca, Andy joint third in the standings with Bithynia, but had a bit of a nightmare with pit stops, so has dropped to P4 in the GT3 standings. Again, anybody you guys wanted to check us out on YouTube, join the Discord channel. We have racing throughout the weeks. We have touring car leagues. Got the Thursday night lights that you see before you, GT4, LMP1 and GT3, all totally free for you to join on the PlayStation Network. A great Discord team, great community on there, totally free, link in the description, come check it out. Ghost now, really trying to hassle Fury. Looks like Tuggy Bear is now in the draft of Shaw in front of him, he certainly is. Here we go, see what sort of rate he does catch with him, so Tuggy's now going to be really on it. So under threat a little bit, but took it onto the grass, and it looks like Tro real out wide there, pushed well far out with the understeer. So brought Tucky into play. We'll go in the cockpit view as they're coming into turn 2 and into the marine sweep. And as I say that, he pushes wide as Tucky. It's the worst place to push wide there, but still in the draft. Not sure he's going to have the momentum to do anything about it into turn 3. Such a shame, he had a great run out of turn 1. But Tro maintained that P7 position. Also, Ken, he's definitely pulled out a gap. He's managed to pull 3 or 4 seconds on him just in that couple of laps alone. So Ken laying down a bit of a stamp there, saying I can go faster. See what Andy's up to. We'll go on board with him through the kink, it looks like. Currently 1/10 up on his rest, so on a good lap at the minute into Calandra Corner to get it stopped in time. Bit wide of the apex, but you know, just about. Oh, I was going to say just about managing to keep it within the lines there, but Andy making his whole new track. Hopefully you can keep it in check for turn 11. He's missing the front splitter there, but of course only mechanical damage at the first night lights. Want everyone driving with a smile on the face. What's Ubar up to? Just about coming up onto turn 11 now, so Andy with some breathing space behind him of over 10 seconds, 11 seconds at the minute, so Andy with room to breathe, but of course Andy's really going to want that podium spot from Uniclark. We've got 4.5 minutes to go. Luke driven absolutely faultlessly, currently with a 14-second gap. Let's have a look what the console is up to. Just going through marine sweep, slight downhill section into a heavy braking zone and prone to lockups. No problems there for my man from Norwich. Another great section of track now coming up into 4 and 5 for the Hurry Downs. Currently 7/10 down on his best, so maybe tyre wear a problem, or just not wanting to push as much with a 5-10 second gap. That's 5 seconds to Uniclark behind him, and that is no mean feat. You could just about make Andy out in the background there while we're watching Uniclark. Yeah, again, the console doing a fantastic job in these farm Reynolds, it must be said. We've got a 4 or 5 second gap over a man like Uniclark. A British driver from Swindon is no easy task, and even Andy, a man from Watford, trying to make that time up on Uniclark, trying to hunt down that position. It's not going to be easy. Slight gap back to Ubar though, but Ubar with another bigger gap back to Kemba, so all these guys with a few taps at the start of the race really separated one another. But still fighting to be done. Andy could potentially get himself into a podium spot. Luke has got to keep it in, pointing in the right direction. Ghost now seems to have pulled up again on the back of Fury, so maybe Fury suffering with a bit of tyre deck. We'll go on board with him, and he's wide through there, so Ghost is going to catch him through this section of track. Of course, Fury needs to be careful when joining the track if cars are about, but absolutely fine that time round, so that's brought Ghost into play. Coming up into turn 6. We'll go on board with him when he comes into the carousel. Can he keep on his arse end of that? On the Renault in front, can he manage to get a good exit? All will be told, and it looks like Fury really struggling with understeer. But man, I say that, he sort of brings it back like a double apex, and he gets a good exit there, but Ghost still on the back end of him, trackside. Now, will Ghost have a go into the braking zone, or can he catch him into the braking zone? Not close enough this time round. Oh, and as I say that, Fury's gone round, and Bud's going to get through too. Bud through, on track, not to worry about that, Buddy, keep going. Fury in the wrong direction. Hopefully Bud doesn't get a slowdown for that and has to give the position back. It's a nightmare with the race director, but nothing there Bud can do. Bud now into a top 10 position, and all the while, Andy's really caught up with Uniclark, so Uniclark made a small mistake somewhere in the lap with 2 minutes to go. Andy now within a second and a half of Uniclark, so these podium spots fighting up. It does look like Luke's really got the Renault in check, and Uniclark definitely struggling with grip of the car. We're on board with Andy through the carousel. Andy licking his lips now, seeing that car in front struggling a little bit, but Uniclark, a very experienced driver, takes part in a lot of leagues here, so he'll know where to place the car to make it difficult from our man from Watford. Through the kink, both very committed through that section of the track. We've got a fight on our hands with 1.5 minutes to go. Fantastic. Through Canada corner, both very clean through that section of track. Looks like Andy might be just trying to level it out and trying to get him up the start finish through turn 11 into turn 1. We'll have a look. We'll go on board with him into turn 11. Uniclark with a good drive out there, so it's going to be draft. This is Uniclark trying to break that draft a little bit. Of course, can't weave around too aggressively, but doing a good job at the minute, Andy. It's just not going to be close enough by the end of it, and that car looks very fast for Uniclark in a straight line. Andy now within a second of the first place exit, and the both of them get very wide. Uniclark very wide, and they both make a touch and a collision there. It looks like Andy just about got away with it. Uniclark on his roof, nothing Andy could do there, fortunately. Uniclark on his roof does reset. Where's Uber? Uber's just about to come up on him, just see him in front, so it looks like Uniclark's maybe. Oh, he's very sideways through there. Is Uber going to be able to get him by the end? Where's Luke on track? Luke coming up on the carousel. Looks like this is going to be the last lap of the race, so we'll stick on board with our man from Birmingham, our pro esports driver Luke Bennett. Brand new wheel tonight, the T300. Seems to be working for him. He's pulled 20 seconds on the console behind. Currently definitely managing the race at the minute, keeping it very clean. 176 into the Canada corner. We'll go trackside. He's driven a faultless sprint race, but of course we'll put him at the back for our feature. So that'll be interesting to watch these guys come through the pack. I do want to have a look what Ken throws up to. They're very close together, but we're sticking on board with Luke Bennett, who's going to bring on P1 in the sprint race. Good driving, buddy. I think it's just about serving a slow down there too, so coming across the line. P1, Luke Bennett. Nice driving. Where's the console? Just about there. Let's just have a quick look what Ken's up to. Really on the arse end of him now, but back with the console. Looks like coming up onto turn 11. We'll stick with him through turn 11. Keeps it clean. Good line. Our man from Norwich has got to be happy with that. P2. Good position there. What's Andy up to? Also coming across the line. Hassled Uniclark and managed to keep the podium. Andy with a good lap in the end. Suffered with connection problems. Uniclark just missing out on a podium spot there. But not a lot. Struggling with the back end of the car maybe. Tyres overheating. Little mistake. P4. Nice driving for our man from Swindon. Uniclark P5. Good position for our man from Dreef. And it looks like Tro and Ken are going to give us a fight till the end here. And Tro is going to LP6, I think. Yep, Ken just about keeping it out of the wall there. Fantastic job from our Welsh man from Swansea, and Kembo, our American driver from Pennsylvania, doing a hell of a job. Tuggy Bear, very racy in this race. He looks what he can do in the future. I'm expecting more out of him. Good racing there. Ghost is going to keep a P9 position. This is no mean feat. Ghost and Bud Racer in top 10 positions here at the Rubbins Racing first race, and they've driven fantastically. The pair of them have. Ghost is going to come across the line for P9. Good driving, buddy. Good to have you on board in the Rubbins Racing League. Across the line. Bud Racer across the line. Fantastic livery car. P10, top 10 position. Fury is not going to bring it home in time, I'm afraid. The cleats sit in the pits, so stay with us on YouTube while we get this race ended. We're going to have a feature race of 24 laps, so it'll be 25 with a formation last. All the fast guys you see, Luke, the console, and the Uniclark, Uber, they're all going to be at the back, so they're going to have to make their way through, and there will be a mandatory pit stop. Also, some weather is going to be thrown up their way as well, so that should be fun to watch them battle the elements and come in for dry tyres at some point, I imagine. So it's going to dry out pretty quickly. Again, thank you everyone on YouTube for leaving your comments, supporting the channel. I urge you all to join the Discord League and get involved with our racing. We're about to finish here. We'll get a quick screenshot. Again, massive thanks to all the drivers that are out on track tonight. Took the time to come and join our league. We'll get the feature lobby up and away. So give me a second while we get that sorted out. Okay, right, so Lucas Bennett's going to take on P1 for the night, and that's our sprint race done with. He drove a fantastic race from start to finish, really deserving of that first place spot. Drove absolutely fantastically. We'll see if the console can have a better outing next time. Andy bringing home the podium in the end from Uniclark. Uniclark just missing out, so stick with us on the YouTube channel while we just get the feature race sorted. Big shout out to Ubar, Tro, Kenbo, Tuggy, Ghost and Bud, Fury, Clique. Well done guys, let's get this feature race underway. Give us 2 minutes on YouTube while we get it sorted out. Ken just about coming around there now. We'll get a fantastic shot of these guys here, all side by side. Back we Ken. Look at them all side by side. So we're on board with Ken. They're all side by side. And it's up to Ken when he wants to put his foot down. It's up to him when he dictates the race, and he's gone. He's gone. He gets a good start. Tuggy, let's have a look a bit further back. He seems to get a good start too. Tro on the inside of the corner. Take a look back. What's Ubar up to? Looks like he's got a fantastic run in the draft. We'll go on board with him. The rain, a bit of a nightmare. Into turn one. Do the lads get it stopped? Ubar showing in the inside. Looks like... Andy's managed to pick up a few places. The console and Ubar get stuck together almost. Who's that in front? Tuggy getting a bit loose. Is Bud Racer going to have it? No, he thinks better of it. We'll go trackside, and it goes up the side of him. Bud Racer and Tuggy just about misses him. Fantastic driving by the boys, and Bud Racer goes round. He's on the power a little too early there. Fantastic shot of the boys here. We'll go on board with Andy, who's straight in the middle of Ken and Tro. What a move by our man from Watford onto the brakes. Does he get it stopped? A big puddle on the inside there by all the lads. Let's have a look a bit further back. Oh, they get a little squirrely, bit of nudging, bit of touching. Lecky into P9 has moved up a position. Very tentative on the accelerator here. And Smithy goes round, and Mr. Blue couldn't do anything there. It's just in the way, no problems. Keep going, boys. Smithy is round. We've got a yellow flag coming out of turn 3. Back on board with Uniclark, making his way up the field now into the Hurry Downs. Good line through there. Where's Fury up to? He's just made a move on Tully Bear. So Tully Bear coming back down the order a little bit. Andy with a hell of a start, and it looks like Uniclark back up the inside. Good manoeuvre from our British driver from Swindon there. Into the carousels. Kick on board with Tully Bear here. Lecky up the inside through the carousel. What a move, and Uniclark pushes wide. We're going to have to go trackside. Lecky, P7. Uniclark into the grass. Is he off? He's back on track. No, yeah, he's back on track. So BTM shifted through. Uniclark from 7th to 10th. Back with our leaders, what they up to. Can barely see in the spray of the console, just trying to get out of the way. Up, sends it up the inside of Ken though. What's Ken seeing here? Has to let the console just through there, being a bit safe. What's Tuggy Bear up to? We'll go on board with him. Oh, like he pushes very wide. He's come back on the track, but Tuggy Bear barely backs off there, so Lecky's still holding P6. Good start from him. Back with BTM shifter. Luke Bennett really on the arse end of, it looks like Uniclark. Stick on board with Luke Bennett here. Of course, winner of the sprint race, got bags of pace. Looks like Uniclark still trying to get a feel for the wet conditions. And Luke now, British driver from Birmingham on the arse end of Uniclark. It looks like he's going to try and make a move at the start finish. He pulls out the draft. We'll go trackside. Fantastic shot of the boys coming into turn 1. Something's got to give. Will Luke get it on the brakes? Wow. Looks like Tro in front as well. Luke backs off a little bit. I think Uniclark might have run wide. He has, very wide. So who's that through? That's Tro struggling a little bit with the back end of the car, and Luke's going to try and stick it up on the inside of him. Looks like Tro did see him there, so Luke's going to try and get the exit, and he does. Where's Uniclark? He sees this all the while. Where's Lecky? Lecky's going to fight Kenbo. Up to the mirroring sweep, into turn 3. Onto the brakes now. Hard onto the brakes. Hard onto the brakes. It looks like Lecky's just about got the line done. Massive puddle on the inside. We've got spinners. We've got spinners. Fury and Lecky and Kenbo. Yellow flag coming out of turn 3, guys. Yellow flag out of turn 3. Wow, they all span around. Bit of collection going on. Hopefully they all manage to get it going again. Where's Mr. Blue coming up on all of this? Oh, he hits the puddle too. There is a puddle coming out of turn 3. All the boys have to be wary of that. Uniclark trying to weigh up Fury. Fury pushes wide. Uniclark into P6. Watch Tro up to. He's managed to keep his nose clean. The console now really on the back end of Andy. We'll go on board into the cockpit, into the King. Fantastic with the spray up. Can't see jack shit, but the console into the draft of Andy now. Catching him at a rate of knots here, because Andy's got the puddles to push out the way too, as well as the draft. Doesn't go defensive into Canadian corner though. Did they both get it stopped? And it pushes wide. It's going to be the console. Ooh, the side by side. They're going to have to give each other the room to race. Still side by side. Coming up into turn 11. I'd go on board, but I wouldn't be able to see one or the other. Turn 11. They both give each other the room, but Andy's going to have to back off a little bit. So as I say that, Andy back in the draft. Oh my god, what's some racing going on? On board with Andy now in the draft of the console for P1 of the positions. Where's Luke on track? P7 at the minute. These boys fighting it out into turn 1. Looks like Alex has got bags of pace in that car though up the main straight. Doesn't look like anything's doing. Uni Clark on the back of Tro now. Can he make any places up coming up the main straight? It's going to be difficult. Tro doing a good job. Our Welshman from Swansea to try and break the braff. What's Ken up to? Ken not as close, but he is now. He's catching BTM shifter, so... Wow, what a great speed. We've got trackside to stop the start finish. Ken pulls out of the draft. Is he going to have a go into the brakes into turn 1? He is. Looks like BTM shifter was a little earlier on the brakes there. Luke with a good line through turn 1. What's Uniclark up to? Uniclark's going to really have a go. Up the marine sweep. We'll go on board with our man from Swindon. Currently, our man from Swindon, I believe, is first in the touring car division, Division 1 league. So, nice going, Uniclark. Massive congratulations to him for the first at the minute, holding it. Anything can happen in a few rounds. A big puddle on the inside. And it looks like Tro went right for it. The big puddle here as well. The boys getting on the brakes. It looks like Uniclark. Oh my god, gave me an absolute heart attack coming out of turn 3. Luke does the same thing. Fury spun. Yellow flag turn 3. Yellow flag turn 3. Yellow flag turn 3. Has Fury got going again? He has. Good driving by all our guys there. Back on board with Andy. Still trying to hunt down the console. Console P2 in our sprint race. Been showing plenty of promise lately, but has managed to pull a little bit of gap on our man from Watford. Back with Ubar, who's holding a podium spot at the minute, but still a long way of this race to go through the kink. Have a look back where the racing is. Bud racing out on the back of Fury and Tuggy. These boys gave us a hell of a race in the sprint race. It's great to have them on board in the Rubbins Racing Series. Hope to see a lot more of them in the time to come. What's Mr. Blue up to? Mr. Blue chasing down Phil Green in front. Phil Green a regular in the Rubbins Racing comment section. It looks like Bud Racers really weighing up Fury. It looks like Fury pushes wide and Andy's caught way up to the back of the console. Console may have made a mistake and Andy's run wide. Every time I come on with Andy, something happens and he makes a mistake. He's going to lose a bit of momentum there. He's not going to be able to catch the draft of him. Tuggy Bear now into the draft of BTM Shifter. BTM Shifter, a very experienced racer. Raced with him at the AOR Leagues before. Good racer, clean and fair. It's what we like in this season. Bud Racer now coming up on these boys, so can't afford to make a mistake. It looks like Ubar's caught up with Andy, and Andy gets a track through swing. Andy going very slow at the corner, but still going in the same direction. It's as you were. I don't think Ubar meant to do that. I think Andy must have gone a little wide, so Andy with some spots to make up. Go on board with him. Ubar and Andy side by side coming up the marine sweep. I am not going to move away from this battle. They were doing 180s in the dry conditions. It looks like Ubar tried to defend the line, but Andy, is he going to have a go onto turn 3 into the brakes? It looks like he is, you know. Andy onto the grass. Just about managing to keep it stopped. Wow. There was some racing right there. Tuggy Bear, Bud Racer, very wide out of turn 1. Uniclark now trying to hunt down Tro. Uniclark wants that third position back. Back with Andy, what's he up to? Really on the back end of Ubar now. Ubar P2. Ubar with loads of support in the chat room, in the YouTube section. Of course, leave your comments in the YouTube channel. I'll get back to as many as possible. Join the league racing that's going on. You could be here today on the track, having your name called out, coming around this famous Road America circuit. All you got to do is follow the link in the description and join the Discord channel. We've got racing throughout the week, and Andy's gone wide. Andy's gone wide on the carousel, and he's had to reset. Where's Tro? He's not going to be close enough to pick up the pieces, but Andy's struggling in the wet conditions. Luke Bennett now. Where is he? Coming into the carousel. He can see Uniclark in front of him. It's not going to be easy to overtake, that's for sure. 15 people with us, 17 comments. Fantastic job by all of you guys. What's Lecky up to? He was in P7, so he's gone down the order just a little bit. We'll go on board with him now as he comes up the carousel. He's got Tuggy Bear in front of him. Oh, Tuggy Bear pushes wide. He's on the grass. He's going to have no grip out there. Where's Bud Racer in all this? He's going to pick up the position too. So Lecky release, top 10 position. Back with Luke though. Just exit his Canadian corner. Through turn 10. Into turn 11. He's got Uniclark in front of him. Very experienced racer. Again, knows where to position the car to make it hard for you to pass. And Tro just in front of them. Luke's going to take his pit stop. Is Luke going to swap for tyres at this point? Does he get it stopped? Don't usually look at the pit stops, but it'd be interesting to see if he changes tyres. I can't see him changing tyres in this weather, to be fair. Looks like Kembo's going to have that position too, so what's Luke up to? There he has a set of tyres out for him. BTM shifting meanwhile on the back end of Lecky, so Lecky not having it his own way. I'm not sure there was a tyre change there, not too sure. So, BTM shifter, trying to hunt down our man from Manchester, Lecky. He's going to have an hard time of it. Luke pushed down to P11. but has taken his mandatory pit stop. It'd be interesting to see if he can go to the end of this race on wet tyres. And in the while, Mr. Blue's got very sideways. It looks like Phil's going to get the position done. Mr. Blue with the disconnect. That's a shame to see, but Phil's picking up the position now. He's plugging away. What's Bud up to? Bud and BTM Shifter, Lecky, all in very close proximity to one another. Lecky with Fury in his sights. Fury and British driver from Davidson doing a good job at the minute, holding a P7 position, back with the console. Who was, he was there or thereabouts in the sprint race. Of course, Luke Bennett, our pro esports man from Birmingham, setting a blistering pace around that track, had no one to fight with, clear air, clear track, broke away. The console, the only guy that's really on that sort of pace. Last time round, 2:04.1. Seems to be one of the quickest guys out on the track at the minute, and we've got fighting going on. Bud Racer, Tucky, BTM Shifter and Lecky all in close proximity to each other. Looks like Tuggy Bear's got the hang of this Formula Renault in the rain, definitely. So we've got a fight on for what looks to be 8th place here. Doesn't matter where you are in this race, there's always going to be fighting no matter where you are on track. Let's have a quick check with BTM Shifter. Lecky keeping it on the black stuff, coming through the carousel, feather in the throttle, just still has Fury in his sights. Back with Ubar, what's he up to? 4 seconds, can we make out the console in front? There he is. You see them red lights just in the distance, just about to hit turn 1, so Ubar still within striking distance of our man from Norwich. Dutch drive from Dreef, going well in the rain. Fantastic support. What's Andy up to? Just about coming into turn 1 now, so Ubar has over a 5-second gap, and Andy gets very sideways. That's a hell of a save. If anything, it's not fast at all, but it's going to be encouraging for Uniclark, who would just have a look on board. There's Andy, just about exiting turn 2 up the Marine Sweep, so Uniclark with him in his sights. Tuggy Bear now pushes so wide out of there, he makes up so much time actually on the infield section. Makes a little mistake. We're on board with Bud Racer as he's tracking down BTM Shifter. This should be great into turn 1. Into the draft. He's pulling out the wag. Is he going to have the inside? Gets a hell of a draft through there. Bud Racer into P9. Can he get it stopped in time? That's the question. Oh, he just pushed out wide. Back on a little bit. Maybe not. Hopefully not get a slow down. Let's have a look what Lecky's up to. Coming up on our timing screens. It looks like Fury got very wide. He did indeed. So Fury back on the track. Bud Racer now will go on board with him. We have another disconnection. It's Luke Bennett. Maybe his wheels packing in. I'm not too sure, but that was one of the guys on for a first place tonight. Bud Racer in the draft to BTM Shifter now. Into turn 3. It's going to be hard on the brakes. We'll stick with Bud Racer though. Minding that big puddle on the right, but does hit it still. Oh, somebody's gone spinning around. I think that's Fury again, you know. No, it's not. It was Fury and Tuggy Bear. Not too sure what's gone on between them two. Fury struggling with that corner all day long. Hopefully he sees Tuggy at the side of him. No, he doesn't. They're both going to have to give each other the room to race here. Tuggy Bear very fast tonight as well. It's good to see him having a good little battle out on track. What's Smithy up to there? Struggling a little bit. It's good to see him still going though. But still with BTM Shifter in his sights. We'll go and have a look what's happening with our race leaders. On to lap 7. Alex comes across the line. 7 tenths faster than last time out. I suspect the track's just, you know, evolving a little bit. Looks like the rain has died down. Ooh, massive puddle on the left-hand side there. Just avoided by the console. Ubar's about to come into that section of track. Sees the puddle. Good line through there. What about Uniclark? Uniclark with Andy up his drum pit. And Andy's gone very wide. I think he's just trying to get into the draft of Uniclark. On board with him now into turn 1. Did I see the puddles? He does it, and it's wide, and another save. That's not the fastest way around this track, and Tuggy Bear has got right up on the back of Fury. Can Tuggy Bear keep it pointing in the right direction? It looks like Bud's struggling out that corner. He is. He's letting the curl through. Hopefully he can keep it going again. There's Fury in front of Tuggy Bear's all over the place. Tuggy Bear, can he get a good exit out of here? BTM Shifter leading this little pack away. Bit of understeer by Tuggy Bear, but definitely going to have this position done. We'll go trackside. Fighting with Fury, up to start finish. Pulls out of the draft, just trying to see something, but looks like Fury's very quick in the straight line. He is, it's going to be as you were unless he's unbelievable on the brakes here. And it looks like Fury's covering the line, he is. Good driving there. Tro now has caught up with Andy. Andy making a few mistakes here and there, has allowed Tro, Welshman from Swansea to catch up with him. Tuggy Bear now, really on the back end of these guys. It looks like Fury's trying to have a go into BTM Shifter. So BTM and Fury's round again. He's onto the power too early. He's going to be back. Is he going to lose another spot? He is indeed. So Fury just about coming on track. Wow, you've got to be so tentative in these wet conditions. Looks like BTM Shifter has lost a couple of seconds at least though. Is that in front of him? It is. That's not lucky, is it? No, it's not. I think that's a bit of traffic. Smithy's going backwards, so Smithy's going to have to let the field through. Please move to a side, buddy. Thank you very much. Fury still struggling out of that section of track. Bud Racer through, Tuggy through, BTM Shifter through. Bit of traffic there, not a lot he could have done, but does make a good job of coming out the way, so thank you very much, Smithy. Very aware, but again, Cyrus in the background. These wet transitions proving difficult for our man there, but it will get dry. The rain will back off. Cockpit view with all the boys coming into turn 6. They've just come through the hurry downs. Well, Bobby Tucky Barrow seems to have caught really up on the back of BTM Shifter. BTM Shifter leading this battle of cars here. Not many places to overtake through the carousel. Budris has got a fantastic shot of this. He's rubbing his hands. He's ready to collect any pieces that may fall here into the kink. And the boys flat in the rain. Slight lift from Bud. And from Tuggy. I suspect all of them there were lifted. So Tuggy Bear really in the draft now through the kettle bottoms. Tries the inside line and he's got sideways. We've got a yellow flag coming through the kettle bottoms. Tuggy Bear, yellow flag, yellow flag. He's just about pointing in the right direction. Where's Fury? He's going to have that position done too, I think, on board with him. Yes, he is. Back with Kembo. Kembo is going to see Tro and Andy in front of him. This is crazy. We're on lap 9 and the top 6th, 5th and 4th guys are all within striking distance of one another. Look at the puddle on the right hand side and Tro hits that again. Now there's a big puddle here as well. They get on the gas and they go around and Kembo's fallen victim to it. Our man from Pennsylvania has fallen victim to it. Where's Lecky? Lecky too far away to do anything about it at the minute, but Tro back in the case of Andy, so Ken just going to drop away from them all. It's a shame to see that we're so close together, these boys. What's Tuggy Bear up to? Tuggy Bear and Fury and Bud Racer in their own little battle of their own. It's fantastic to watch these boys go at it. Again, it doesn't matter where you are in this league, you're always going to have someone to fight. And look at that, Tuggy Bear, Fury, Bud and BTM, all very close to one another. Tro now catching up on the back of Andy, Uniclap P3, Ubar P2, and the console P1. But mind you, I'm just having a look. Looks like Ubar's caught up on the console, so Alex must have made a mistake somewhere in the Canadian corner. And Ubar's on the case now. Our Dutch driver from Dreef can sniff the first place here. Looks like the console's wide. The console's wide. The console is wide. We've got a yellow flag coming out of the last corner. Yellow flag, and he's going again. No yellow flag. The console's struggling with the back end of these tyres. We've had a change for the lead, and it's our Dutch driver from Dreef. We'll go trackside. Across the start finish has a 5-second gap to the console, but the console no slouch on this track. Can our Dutch driver from Dreef, who's got very sideways there, manage to keep it going in a straight line? Good save there. Can he keep it going? I know it'll be a popular win if he does manage to maintain it, but at the minute, oh, he gets sideways again. He's going to lose a bit more time. Where's the console in all this? Just about coming up through turn 2 now, up the marine sweep, and you can see Uber in front, so that 5 seconds has dropped to 3. Oh, Bud Racer and BTM very sideways. You can just about see all the dirt that's thrown up on them. And that's allowed Fury to come into contention with them. Back on board with Bud Racer, trying to get around BTM. BTM making it very difficult to pass through the kettle bottoms. It's onto the brakes, into Canada corner. Oh, BTM, the shifter needs to be careful, moving across lines on the braking zone. But very fair so far. And Bud Racer still trying to work a way around the man, the myth, the legend that is BTM Shifter. Proving very hard to overtake. Into the draft now. Wow, look at Fury in the background. Fury now, this is going to be a three-way fight and all of them lose it. Fury just about keeps it going in the right direction. Looks like BTM Shifter's moved off into the pit. So all these boys pitting now, taking their mandatory pit stop. The rain should be easing off at some point, but it doesn't seem to be yet. Fury got it going again. So BTM Shifter into the pits. We'll have to see if he does change tyres, but it's no time for dry tyres at all. There's no wet line there. And Ubar gets very snaky coming up the kettle bottoms. Ubar P1, but the console has closed another second in that lap. He is currently P2. Hugging the right hand side, must be a puddle there that I don't see on the track, and it looks like Ubar's coming up onto some traffic. He is, and that is Smithy coming out the way. Smithy, you do have Alex behind you too, buddy. Thank you so much for not getting involved. Massive respect to you there, Smithy. Massive respect to you. Ubar now has the console, a 1.5 seconds on his case. Tro now on the back end of Andy. Andy Must have got it wrong out Canada corner. Andy struggling in the wet conditions a little bit, but still holding a fantastic spot at the minute. But he has Tro, a Welshman from Swansea, all over the arse end of him. Will stick with him as they're going to turn 11. Oh, Tro gets it wrong. That's going to allow Kembo to catch up somewhat. Where is Tro? Still in the gravel. Still in the gravel. Andy's going to pull a bit of a gap here. Where's Ken? He's going to catch up with him, but too far away to do anything about it. So Andy with some room to breathe now. He has over 6 seconds to Tro behind. Long way this race to go yet, not even at half distance, so Andy again sideways. Every time he comes into there, he's locking up. It's going to allow Tro to catch up with him. Back with Uber, who's had a fantastic first sector here, I must say. He's managed to pull another second, so ooh, very loose through there, and it looks like the console very tentative through that section of track, but that trap's got it's now 2 seconds. Uber P1, the console P2, Uniclark P3, and then a 10-second gap back to Andy in P4, who's got 5 seconds over Tro. We've had another disconnect. Fury, no, that's our British driver from Basingstoke. He was hoping for a top 10 tonight, was driving very well, so Phil in a top 10 position. The console now within a second of Uber, coming through the world famous carousel corner. Of course, a few carousels, corner names in the world, but this one very fun. And the console is now within a second of Uber. Uber's going to have to try everything he can to try and hold on to the position, but the console looking so fast. Last time around, the console 2 seconds quicker. Alex gets onto the grass. I think he's just trying to stay in the draft a little bit. Okay, into the corner. Sort of a drive. Does Uber get off it? Pretty good. Console, even better. Quick look back here. What is Uniclark up to? He's just coming through, it's kind of growing now, but we'll stick on board with the console. Who was that? Someone coming out the way there. Not sure who that was. I think that may have been traffic coming out the way. So up to start finish now. Uber leads the race by over a second, but it's going to be the console in the draft. Up into turn 1 now. Uber still maintaining the lead of this race. Tro looks like he's caught back up on Andy again, but of course Tro made a mistake here last time. He went off at turn 11. We'll stay on board with Tro as he comes into turn 11. Can he get it stopped? Does he make it easier for him? It looks like Andy's on a bit of traffic. Unfortunately, that will have been a back marker, so Andy's suffering a little bit with the back marker. Who's that into the pit there? I'm not too sure it is. We've got Phil coming into the pit. I think he's just taking his pit stop now. So Tro and Andy very close to one another. Unfortunate for Andy there, but not a lot they could do. Wet conditions proving very difficult. So BTM shifter into the pit. Was BTM shifter there. Lap traffic. Tro still trying to hunt down our man from Watford. And the rain does look like it's stopped somewhat. So lap 12. And it looks like the rain's dying off. A little bit of rain there. Certain parts of the track still dry, not still wet, sorry. BTM shifter, long stop for him. Phil out of his box. Looks like BTM shifter's putting his foot down. He's out the box now. Where's Smithy in all this? Far away, just coming out of turn 3 now, coming out the way of some traffic. Tro still trying to hunt down Andy. Look at that puddle on the right hand side that Tro hits. Big puddle across there too. The guy's careful not to put the power down. Lecky into the pit. Lecky into the pit. Where's Bud Racer in all this? Coming around turn 11. Ooh, very tentative, but managing to keep it out of the wall, which is the main thing. So Lecky into the pit, still within, not in his box yet. And all the while, Tro is trying to hunt down our P4 man, Andy, from Watford. Is Lecky into his box yet? Have a look, just about coming into his box now. We'll have a check. It doesn't look like a tyre swap, if I'm honest, but Lecky into the pit. Where's Phil in all this? A bit too far away, so Lecky holding P9. Back with our race leader, Uber, our Dutch driver from Dree. Having a fantastic outing here. This will be a very popular, like I say, position if man gets it covered off, but he's got the console not too far behind him. Let's have a look in the cockpit view and see if we can see Uber just ahead. Can see the spray there. And there he is. Just about make out Uber in front, not much separating him. Looks like Tro's got round Andy. Andy made a mistake, absolutely. Yeah, certainly did. So Andy P5. That's going to allow Tro through, but we have seen Tro go off a couple of times, so that race not over. Where's Lecky? He must be still in the pit stop. What's going on with his pit stop? That is not good news for our man from Manchester. Being held in the pit, and all the while it looks like Phil's having some fun. Who is that in front of him? I'm not too sure. I think it's Smithy, it is, so Phil coming up on Smithy, and Smithy is going to have to let him through. looks like they get very sideways here, like Smithy is a lap down, so Phil just trying to make his way through the back markers, and all the while Uber seems to have caught up with, sorry, the console caught up with Uber, so we'll stay on board with our race win here. This is for P1. Uber and the console separated by 0.4 of a second on lap 13 of this race, so we are at halfway distance now. The rain has stopped. Oh, just about there. Jesus Christ, that was close, so close. Uber a little late on the brakes, locked up, and the console behind having to take evasive action through the carousel now. Fantastic shot of these boys doing their thing in this form of a Renault car. The way these boys go about tackling this 6.5 kilometre circuit is impressive. Through the kink. Little lift there from Alex behind there, maybe got the entry slightly wrong, and now he's into the draft. He really is hassling Uber. Uber's going defensive. Wow, Alex gets squiggly. He's lost the car. Alex has lost the car into the Canada corner, but I think he may have got lucky with a bounce off. He has indeed. Where is Uniclark? He is going to see him. Go trackside. So we're up with Uniclark now. Just about to make out Alex in front, so Uniclark's going to be next up. Alex struggling a little bit. He's got very snaky through the hurried out, well, the kettle bottoms after he came out the kink. Car was out of sorts a little bit. On board with Uniclark now. Our man from Swindon must be licking his chops, and there he goes. It looks like the console into the pit. Who is that in front? Uber into the pit. Console into the pit. They're all coming into the pit together. P1, 2 and 3 all in the pit together. This is going to be a battle of the pit stops. What's going to happen here? Is anybody going to take any tyres? Is anyone going to get the wrong stops done? Ubers came into the pit first, but it was closely followed by the console. It looks like Uniclark's the first one to get in his grit spot. It is, so Uniclark first one in. Uber slightly with a longer run. Hopefully he's not completely bollocks that one up. And who we got going? Sorry about the camera angle, boys. Is that Troy in the background? He's going to take P1, I'm sure. Oh, he gets sideways coming across there. It's a puddle. Uniclark still in the pit. The console's just going now. What is Uber? What's happening? Is he being held to wet the console through? I think he is. So Uber's going to have to wait. Where's Uniclark? It's the... Wow, I think Uber's been held a seriously long time. Not too sure what's going on there, but Tro inherits the lead. With Andy 3.5 seconds back from him. Uniclark's still in the pit. He's going. Uber's going again. The console with a hell of a pit stop there, managing to jump both Uber and Uniclark. That's crazy. Well, I think actually he managed to jump Uber because Uniclark was behind him. So the console P3 at the minute. Back with the race leader who's inherited his Tro, but I don't think he's taken his pit stop yet. And you can see the trap. There's a dry line somewhere through there. It's not going to be long before it's a fully dry line. And all these boys, I suspect, have the full wet tyres on. The track just about drying out. So Andy, P2, into turn 4, turn 5, into the hurry downs. We'll go on board with him, see what the track's like. Through turn 5, this is the hurry downs. Into turn 6. Track is still a bit green. What's the console up to? Coming through that same section of track, and Kembo is behind him there as well. And I hear another car. Is that Uber? Uber 2 seconds behind. A real bad stop. Tuggy Bear into his stop. So where's Phil? He's not going to be there close enough to do anything about it, unfortunately. We'll go back with our race leader, Troz. He's coming through the kettle bottoms. Alex got it wrong here last time. On and off the throttle. On and off the throttle, just trying to avoid them curves. Uber now trying to fight his way back up in the order after that horrendous pit stop. He seems to be left for a long, long time. He has Kemba, American driver from Pennsylvania, in his sights. We'll stick on board with Uber. Oh, what a save that was. That was so close. What Uniclark must have had a great view of that. And if I'm not mistaken, that looks like a dry line. Back with Uber though. Oh, he gets it wrong for the kettle bottoms. Gets a very big snake on. That's going to allow Uniclark to catch up. Tuggy Bear still in the pits. Not sure what's going on. So Kenbo now. Ooh, Kembo must have just about got through the console there, so Kembo up to P1. It looks like Tro's into the pit, so Andy takes provisional pole of this race for now. He's taking his pit stop. Can Andy keep the position? Uber now has the console in front of him. The console's gone very wide again. The console pushes out. We've got a yellow flag turn 11, yellow flag turn 11. Uber up to P4. It's going on. Kenbo into the pit now, so all the positions start chopping and changing. It looks like Uniclark's into the pit. Looks like Bud's. Nope, wasn't my bad. Bud Racer is coming up on the back of Smithy though, so Smithy needs to let him through. Good driving. Good driving. Look at the whole list of cars here. We've got Tro into the pit, Kembo into the pit, the console into the pit, and Uniclark into the pit. Looks like Tro's been held a long, long time, and Kembo's is being released. see if any of these drivers have been absolutely brave enough to swap the tyres over. It looks like Kembo was sat in the wrong grid spot. Oh no, it's going from bad to worse. Tro is released. Tro is released. So Andy takes P1 and he has Uber 11 seconds behind him. So Tro's about to come out. Ken being held a very long time. Uniclark is just about to overtake him there, and the console is going again. The console's pitted again. So I think that may have been for tyres again, but not too sure if any of them are brave enough to get on the full slicks quite yet. But the track is drying out. You see that spray in areas of the track. BTM shifter, where is he on track? Just coming up onto turn 3, up the marine sweep. There's a car out in front of him there. I'm not too sure if that is. I think that's Smithy. No, it's not. My bad. What's that? Sorry, guys. And we got Phil getting it wrong into turn 3, and Uniclark and the console very close to each other coming through turn 1. We'll go on board with Uniclark now through turn 3 up the marine sweep. Look how dry the track actually got, you know. There are still puddles out on this track. It is still a treacherous place to try the dry tyres. Currently, though, it looks like Uniclark catching him, but the console and Ken are about to give us a show coming up to the bottom of turn 3, onto the brakes. Massive puddle on turn 3. Ken hits the puddle. Alex hits the puddle. They both keep it going. What about Uniclark? Uniclark hits the puddle and gets it very sideways. Loses a bit of ground to him, so the console now trying to hunt down our American driver from Pennsylvania. Ken having a good outing here. Good race P3 as well. I've got to mention that. New driver for tonight, being evaluated. Fantastic to have him involved in the league. Meanwhile, oh, console pushes wide. That's going to give Ken some breathing room. Uber now, P1, coming across the start-finish. Has a healthy lead to the guys behind him. I imagine that's a pit stop though. But Uber, P1 at the minute, holding a good position. Fantastic. One of our fan favourites here at Ribbons Racing. Our Dutch driver from Dreef. 38 seconds to the guy behind. Possibly needed to pit stop. Of course, Uber suffering as late with pit stop penalties, coming in too fast and getting a time penalty for it. Missed out on a podium in the sprint, I believe, in the Circuit of Americas. We've got a bit of traffic there. I'm not too sure what that is. Looks like Kembo's gone extremely wide again. So Kembo and the console on the same bit of track fighting over it. Uniclark in close proximity to them too. So Uniclark P6, Ken P5 and the console P4. As close as you like. Well, the Bud Racer now, it looks like Tro's into the pit. It is into the pit. Not sure if he's actually made a pit stop. So some of these guys may be coming in for the full dry tyres. I'm not too sure. On board we Ken, who inherits P4, and he's got the console in front of him. Tro into the pit. Still into the pit. Back on board with Uniclark. Back on board with the console. Sorry, not Kembo, who's got the console in his sights. There's definitely a dry line for him in here. Oh, they both push very wide. Where's Uniclark in all this? He's going to catch up onto the back of Kembo. We'll go trackside. These conditions proving very, very, very tricky for the drivers out here tonight. Unbelievable. Big shout out to Leku, still going on the same finish track there, it's good to see. Massive shout. Ooh, as I said, that Uber's gone very wide into the Canadian corner. Very wide, keeps it going in the right direction though. It looks like the console is very tentative into turn 3, and can you blame him? Ooh, Kembo and Uniclark side by side coming out of turn 3. Kembo still P4, so we'll go on board with Uniclark, who's hunting down our American driver, and he gets very wide through turn 4. Is he going to have to get a position? Uniclark's got the inside for P5 for the hurry downs. Ooh, Kembo's going to try and fight back onto the brakes into turn 6 though. Onto the brakes. Uniclark very good on the brakes, but does hit a bit of wet there, and they both catch him out, brake a little bit, nothing doing really. On board with Kembo, cockpit view coming through the carousel. Fantastic shot of our American driver coming through there, pushes wide a little bit. It's like Uniclark managed to hold some right speed round there. Not too sure if Uniclark's on the bloody dry tyre and Kembo's not. Not sure what's going on at the minute, by the boys. Of course, stick with us on YouTube after we get the race results. We'll try and interview our winner here. At the minute, it looks like Uber is running away with it, but it will have a pit stop, I think, with that amount of time. Bud Racer 4 seconds behind the console in P2, and it looks like Phil's coming to the pit. At the minute, fastest sector 2 time is the console. On a charge at the minute. Kenbo, thank you for the comments on YouTube, guys. Really appreciate it. Smurf 31, go back, go. There's someone in front there taking the pit stop. It's Bud Racer. So Uniclark's going to inherit P3, I think. He's going to be on the podium. Where's Ken? Ken's going to try and hunt down Uniclark. These boys are fighting over podium spots at the minute, and Uber must have a pit stop to make, so we'll see where Uber comes out of when he makes his pit stop. We're on to lap 17 of 25. Not too much doing. Ken pushes seriously out wide, and that is going to give Uniclark a little bit of breathing room. Ken needs to come off the gas a little bit into turn 3 up the marine sweep. And Phil into the pit. Smithy into the pit. Phil just going out. Where's Bud Racer? That's a long stop for Bud Racer. He got held, I think, with Smithy coming into the pit. Not sure. Still being told to swap by his mechanics. Not sure what's going on there. See if we've got any on-track action. See if we can find anyone. Uniclark then. He's holding a podium spot. Ooh, very tentative through there. Where's Ken? Just coming up through the marine sweep, heavy on the brakes, massive puddles here, ladies and gentlemen, on the right hand side. You can just about make that out. And then coming through this corner, you put the power on through there, it's going to spin you around. Ken showing you exactly how it should be done. Good line there. Back with Uber. No pit stop this time round, still out there, 8 tenths up on his best. So Uber with a 2:02 lap time, but the console last time around was 2 seconds lap quicker. Uber must need to make a pit stop with the 42 seconds, but it's his call when he wants to come in. Setting good laps like that, he might not want to till the end. Tuggy Bear into the pit now. See if he managed to do it properly. Where's BTM Shifter? BTM Shifter is so loose coming through the kink there. In the background, is that Lecky? It is, so Lecky's about to come up onto BTM Shifter. Lecky, moderator here at Ribbons Racing, host of the Touring Car League, founder of it. It looks like BTM Shifter's wide. He is. Lecky's going to inherit that position. He says thank you very much. Into P8. Good driving by our man from Manchester. Into P8. Through turn 11. As neat as you like, it's the puddle there. Car gets a bit unsavoury. We'll go cockpit view. He's got someone in front of him. I'm not sure who that is. I don't think it's Tuggy who's in the pit at the minute. Where is Tuggy? Still stationary. So Lecky's going to have P7, I think. Into P7 now, man from Manchester. He's got a guy in front. I'm not sure it's Bud Racer though. It isn't. We'll go trackside and check out who that is. I'm not sure who that is. It's not the guy in front though. So Lecky doing a good job at the minute. Go back, go! We've got Smurfy 51 saying. He's got massive support as he comes through the kink. He looks like he's losing a lot of traction coming through that side of track, and that front left is taking a battering. Uber's front left is really overheating at the minute. Andrew, it's coming back down again. He needs to make his pit stop, but currently he's setting good lap times at the minute. It looks like Uniclark's so close to the back of the console as well, so we've got some real fighting going on. Is that sure behind him? No, it's not. Ken into the pit. He's changing tyres. Ken is going for the slicks. These boys trying out different strategies. So, Uber P1, the console P2, and Uniclark P3. Uber with a massive advantage at the minute, but will need to make his pit stop. And some of the boys that are actually in, Kembo just about to come out. Where's Bud Racer? This is going to be close. Look on the right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. I think Kembo's just about coming out. Ah, it wasn't as close as I thought it was. So Kembo managing to get in front by a long way, but going slowly there for some reason. I think he's trying to take a slowdown. I'm not too sure what's going on. I think he may have been letting a bit of traffic through. A bit of that traffic, yeah. So Lecky side by side. Who is that there? They need to let him through if they're not fighting, and it weren't. So Lecky through into the Canadian corner. These boys have wet tyres. I have no idea how they're still doing it. There is still a bit of water out on track. So Uber back with Uber. Looks like that's Andy, who we've managed to lose, I think. I don't think he's with us, so just checking through. Sorry, guys. It's really difficult to maintain who that actually is behind him there. Where's the console? Just coming at the start finish now. That's what sort of a lead Uber's got. But of course, he will need to take that pit stop for the console coming up into P1. Console, our British driver from Norwich. 4th in the sprint race. Last time out in the touring cars. So having a good showing. Bud Racer now pulling up on the back of Kembo. Kembo, I think, pitted for tyres, so it would seem Kembo's decided to go with the dry tyre, maybe the faster route here, but I do want to watch Uber, see if he pits again. Too sure, but at the minute, Bud Racer having a cracking outing at the minute, P6, and he's really hunting down that P5 position, although Ken gets such a good drive off that corner, it's unreal. Just in front of him there. That just wouldn't be on the Delta. I think that's a bit of traffic coming up. So Ken really going on these dry tyres, these slicks, but there are still a few puddles, so our American driver from Pennsylvania does need to watch out. Thank you, Disco first. Thank you, Lionsfoot. Thank you, Snurty51, for your comments on the YouTube channel. course, get involved in our racing. We've got racing throughout the week, and Kembo gets very sideways through there and nearly gives me an heart attack to boot. On board with Kembo at the start finish. Yeah, get involved with our leagues throughout the week. We've got touring car leagues, what we see before us, the Thursday night lights. We've got GT4 Ginetta League on a Friday, Ubaz LMP1 on a Saturday, and we've got the staple, the GT3 racing on a Sunday. Totally free for you to join. Come up and join through the link in the description. Lots of fun, lots of racing to be had. Get yourself involved, get your name called out while we take to some of the best tracks and the best cars on Project Cars. Good racing now. Could just about make out Kembo in front. Not too sure who that is in front of them, just bear with me a sec. Lecky now coming up on the back end of back market would seem. But where the battles are at the minute is Kembo and Tro. But what's that board with Uber? Right, Uber's managed to come back through the grid here, so a few puddles here and there. There's the console, just about starting a lap, so timing's a little off here at the minute, but we'll stick on board with our race leader as he comes through the hurry downs through turn 6. And I do apologise for my voice tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I am feeling very under the weather. It's kind of hard to find infused, but we have some fantastic racing going out on track. Looks like Uber's still on the wet tyre, and it looks like BTM Shifter is into the pit. He's into the pit. Reckon he's probably going to stop for the dry tyre. Will it allow Phil to jump up the order a little bit? Time will tell. Uber through the tricky section, which is the kettle bottoms into Canada corner. Uber on a good lap at the minute. We seem to have lost. Oh, Kaz gets sideways behind as well. Good save by both the guys. I think someone else struggling though there. So Bud Racer holding P5. What can you say from the new guy tonight other than fantastic job? It's great to have you involved here in the women's racing, and we really would like to see you guys out on track a lot more. Good, clean, fair racing, and that's what we like to see. Trackside, exiting turn 11 to go up and start lap 20. Back with Uber. He's just starting lap 21 now, so we only have a good 4 laps left of this race, ladies and gentlemen. Uber with some traffic in front. Hopefully they see him. I think that's BTM Shifter. It is. So please, BTM Shifter, if you realise you're being blue flagged, please come out the way when it's safe to do so. Trackside now as Uber tries to get around some of the back markers. He doesn't want to lose any more time, but he's lapping pretty well at the minute. Into the draft. Looks like BTM Shifter's coming out the way from him. He'll come off the throttle at some point. He's not making it easy for our Dutch driver from Dreef here. He's going to run him into the puddle, I think. Hopefully he manages to get it stopped in time. He just about does. Uber through. Good driving. Where is the console in all this? Still waiting for Uber to blink at the minute and take his pit stop. But last time around the console, a 1:56. Uber, 2-minute 1. So if Uber doesn't pit soon, he's going to lose bundles and bundles of time. This dry tyre is definitely the one to be on. Uber can't afford to lose, what was that, 5 seconds a lap there at the minute. That's what Alex is doing, faster. Uber, of course, on the wet tyres, has gone really long into this race with him. But it does look like the dry tyre is the place to be. Uniclark would confirm that with a 1:59. And all the other lads in the 2-minute marks. Is that Tro behind? Nope, Tro is quite far behind. So Uber again, we're just going to wait on him. Make his pit stop. He can do it whenever he likes, of course. That front left is taking an absolute battering off our Dutch driver from Dreef in the Williams livery Renault. Not too long of this race to go. Please, everyone on YouTube, like the video, support the women's racing team as we try and grow and expand and get bigger and bigger. Do your bit by leaving us a like, subscribing to the channel, and joining the Discord league. We've got a great community of racers that only want to help one another get faster. As Uber comes up to start lap 22. Let's go on board with him and see how them dry tyres are behaving. Mind you, Ken is so close to Bud Racer. Actually, we'll stick on board with Ken. Ken hunting down our new driver for tonight, Bud Racer. Ken very experienced. Someone on the back of them. Not sure if that's Lecky or Bud, but at the minute, Ken trying to find a way around Bud Racer. And we're going to come at the marine sweep, and Ken gets it wrong. Has to back off the throttle. Bud Racer now. Is that Tro in front? It is. So Bud Racer, Tro and Kembo all within each other, and we'll go trackside. Tro covers the inside. Bud Racer's going to get run into the puddle if he's not careful. Tro into turn 3. Hard on the brakes and Tro outdoes himself. Tro outbrakes himself. Ken may pick up all the pieces here. Ken's past them all. Bud Racer and Tro were hard on the brakes. Missed the braking point completely and overshot their mark. Ooh, Bud Racer very sideways in the background. Tro's going to have that position done. Hopefully Bud can get it pointing in the right direction again. Struggling with grip there. Someone coming out way out the way. Thank you very much. What's Ubar up to? Through the carousel. Running those dry tyres ragged. 1 minute 1 last time around. The console a 1:57. So the console 4-5 seconds a lap consecutively quicker than Ubar. And there's only 33 seconds. It was 47, it's now 33. The console putting in the groundwork now to make it very close, or indeed jump Ubar when he makes that stop. Trackside with BTM shifter. He's got Phil just in front of him. We're going to watch these two fight it out. Phil, very weavy through the kettle bottom. Into Canadian corner now. This for 8th place. Good driving by BTM and Phil tonight. Fantastic having them both through. It sounded like Phil got a bit sideways. He did. He did get sideways. Hopefully he can get it round. We've got a yellow flag. Turn yeah, in the Canadian corner. Turn 9, yellow flag. Turn 9, yellow flag. Back with Lecky. Coming up through the carousel. Holding a good position. Late entry tonight. Didn't manage to get it. And it looks like Ubar's going again. Lap 23 of a lap 25 race, so we've not got a few laps, so Ubar will be coming in either this lap or the next one. Fantastic, absolutely great watching these boys go for it. So Ubar, of course, with a 33-second advantage, 2 minute flat last time around. Thank you for the comments, guys. Really appreciate your time with it. Andrew, has Ubar been in? I'm not sure he has, Andrew. I'm not sure he is. It's a shame to see you out the race. So Ubar, obviously, 32-second gap advantage, but it was around 40 to 50. And the console's been putting in the groundwork with them their dry tyres on. He's constantly 5 seconds a lap quicker. So are we going to see Ubar lose it in the pits? Hopefully he can kick on for a podium, but Uniclack's so close behind him. Mind you, there's a big gap to Ken though there, so we'll wait and see. Ubar, P1 still. We'll see if he pits in this lap. Looks like the console coming from the marine suite into a heavy braking zone. Let's see his line through this corner. Hooks the inside, missing the puddle on there. Jesus, I thought he'd entered too fast there. Back with Ubar. Lapping some traffic for the king. Very brave for that section. Jesus Christ. And we're getting reports through the chat room that Ubar's already pitted. I'm not too sure of a gap that size that Ubar's already pitted, to be fair, as Ubar corrects the steering as he gets sideways through there. We will, of course, see it. Fastest sector time's been lighted up now. Uniclark, fastest sector 1, and then Kembo goes and beats it. Oh no, sorry, the other way around. Yeah, so they're really swapping and changing. So Ubar, what does he do? Not into the pit this time. He's about to go on to lap 24. So if Ubar does need to pit, it'll be the end of this lap. So we'll keep with it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see. But we're having reports on track that Ubar may have already pitted, and with a 30-second advantage, that's a good going. The console now is just trying to lay down that groundwork again last time around. Ubar 2 minute flat. Console 1 minute 56, and traffic coming way out the way there. Fantastic job by all the guys out on track not to get involved with all the racing that's going on. Bud Racer still trying to find a way around Tro. Tro doing a good job in 5th to defend the line. Stick on board with him as they come up the marine suite. Looks like Tro gets a fantastic drive on here. We can see on the mini-map, I think Ubar's about to come up. No, he's still on the turn 3, so back with him. Bud Racer into the heavy braking zone here now. It sounds like Ubar's actually swapped and been into the pit and put a set of wets on, according to Andrew, so we'll have to wait and see. 25 seconds. It looks like the console last time around was 5 seconds a lap quicker, but if Ubar has pitted, that is not going to be enough time for him to come on round and try and overtake our Dutch driver from Dreef. Can our Dutch driver from Dreef take home his first Rubbings racing win? Nobody will have earned it more than that guy. He's been with us since the start, drove fantastically. Can he bring it home? Does he need to pit? We're about to find out. We're having reports that he has pitted, of course, but check him out as he comes through that section of track. So just through Canadian corner now, back with Bud, just making sure they don't swap and change coming into kind of the corner. Drove a fantastic line out of there. Looks like Uber's about to come up onto some traffic there as well. We'll go trackside. And now we're about to find out if Uber did need to pit or not. And he's across, so Uber has pitted this race. So Uber, with a 22-second gap, it doesn't look as if the Console's going to be able to answer back. Last time around, a 2:01. Of course, the Console is 5 seconds a lap quicker, but it looks like our Dutch driver from Dreef has pitted, so US Uber on for his first ever Rubbings Racing win. It will be a popular one if he wins this one. Let's have a look at the timings, let's see if there's any penalties. Well, at the minute, we've got Lecky with a 10-second penalty, probably a pit lane infringement, that one. Uber very wide from that section of track, back with Bud though. This is the last lap of this race. This will be the last time the boys go from turn 2 up the marine sweep. Fantastic overtaking opportunity, but Tro does a good job of getting out the draft now. Track temperature just dropping now as we're entering the darkness here at Road America. Get on board with the driver of the day. I'm going to get the lads into the chat room. But hard onto the brakes. He had to be there just to try and avoid the back of Tro. Not close enough yet, and there's traffic again coming out the way there. Bud on a good lap, 6 tenths up on his best, but Tro doing a fantastic job in front of him. Absolutely fantastic. Uber now, where is he on track? He's about to enter the carousel. Go on board with our Dutch driver from Dreef. Yeah, the light is absolutely going away from us right now. Thank God this is the lap last of the race. Some of the track areas not lit up very... Absolutely great. Through the kettle bottoms into Canada corner. Barring any mistakes, Uber should have it. That gap has gone from 45 seconds to 19, so Alex in the end with a valiant effort to try and catch him. Looks like Tro's very close to him as well, but it's not going to be a mistake manoeuvre there. On board with our Dutch driver from Dreef. What a job from our Rubbings Racing Marshal tonight. He's going to come across the line. Is he going to be his first ever Rubbings Racing victory? Uber, what a job, buddy. Well done. Takes on P1. Fantastic job. Uber's first ever Rubbings Racing victory. Well earned, my friend. Well earned. Well done. Fantastic. Where's the Console? Just coming through turn 11 now. A valiant effort from him, been setting fastest laps all night long in the feature. Comes across the line. P2. Fantastic job, buddy. Fantastic job. Uniclark's going to round off our podiums, barring any sort of mistakes. Through turn 11. Got to be happy as our man from Swindon, third place, up on the podium. Bringing it home. Good driving, buddy. Good driving. Good to have you back. Tro now. Just exited that set of track. Yeah, all the drives down, so I just want to say, wow, Uber. Unbelievable drive tonight. Your strategy has been absolutely spot on, buddy. From start to finish, you even came in, put another set of wets on, and Alex were hunting you down towards the end of that race there, but what a fantastic drive from Uber to take home the feature race. The Console and Uniclark rounding out the podium positions. Well, I've got the eyes and ears. Get involved with the Discord channel. Come and check us out. Get involved in the league racing. You could be out there tonight having your name called. We've got some fantastic leagues run out during the week. Link in the description. Again, a huge congratulations to Uber. We've got the chat lighting up. Yes, Uber. Go Uber. Fantastic drops and congratulations. I second that none. Well done, buddy. Well done, proper earned it. Then we get back from our podium spot. Tro holding on there at the end. A valiant effort by Ken and Co to try and close them up. Fantastic to have our Rubbings Racing Marshal mod back, Lecky, for the race from Manchester. Check that out. Uber with a 19-second gap from the Console and Uniclark. Unbelievable. And to come in again, thank you everyone on YouTube for commenting and supporting the stream. Just